I'm at South Mountain State Park in North Carolina. I'm going to do a 2-night and all of 1 day, parts of a couple day trip. Really looking forward to it. Get started here. Beautiful weather, early fall. Should be great. That water down there is Jacob's Branch Creek. Start out along that creek a little bit and then head up towards a waterfall called High Shoals Waterfall. And then I'll be headed to the Jacob's Branch campsite area from there, which is a couple more miles. You can see from the sign here, actually, Big Bear Falls is going to be a 0.2 mile excursion. I'm going to take that, see Big Bear Falls, and then head up to High Shoals from there. So Big Bear Falls is pretty small, actually. And there's more or less just a trickle over the rocks right here. It's probably even hard to see in the video. But pretty nonetheless, nice way to get my hiking legs under me. So they say on the signs that this loop to High Shoals Falls and to the campsites is strenuous. I can see why they say that. How about this reward? I got a ways to go though, so let's get hiking. Gorgeous. As you can see, I've reached a major intersection here with the Upper Falls Trail. I am headed to the Jacob Branch campsites, so it's 1.3, and in front of me, so behind me this way here, that would be the fastest way back to the car if I wanted to get back to the car, but I'm not going back to the car. I'm continuing on to the more remote part of the park, I would say, back this way, farthest away from the headquarters, and that's where I'll be camping tonight. One thing about South Mountain State Park is that a lot of the trails are multi-use. So this right here, I believe, is allowed for bicycles and horses and hikers. There are some trails that are horses only, some trails that are hikers only, some trails that are bikers and hikers, but no horses. I think there's 47 miles of trail total in the park, so I'll be exploring it a little bit more tomorrow. I'll show you a few sites. Here I am at another intersection. This is Upper Falls Trail, which I've been on. I've just got 0.2 miles to the Jacobs Branch campsites where I'll be staying tonight. There we are. Jacobs Branch, number 3. Well, let me show you what I have for my ultralight tent setup here. Under this stuffed sack is my duplex tent from Zpacks. This is a 2-person tent that's plenty of room for one, so I like it for that reason, and it's about 19 ounces. And then I've got 8 stakes. 5 of them are these shepherd hooks, and I've got 2 of these new Zpacks Sonic stakes, which are aluminum, I believe, and they are new for me to try. Just checking these out. Haven't tried these before. And then I've got 1 longer Sonic stake, which I'll use on one of the 2 lines that goes from the doorways out, one of my main lines, to give a little extra hold with this Y shape that they have. And then the tent is held up with trekking poles. So the trekking poles that I bring here, I'm going to set these down to 120 centimeters. So I'm going to get that set up and we'll take a look. And there you have it. Perfect setup tonight. Tent has rainbow doors on both sides, so you can get in either side you want. And there's a trekking pole in the center there. I have it angled, but I'll probably straighten that up a little bit. And looking forward to a good night's sleep. I just finished my dinner, which was some black beans and rice. It was pretty tasty. And then I found this inchworm. Good morning. It's shaping up to be a beautiful day. We've got great sunshine and this wonderful carpet of leaves is steadily building through the fall. Let me show you what the plan is today. I got my map here. I am here, the Jacobs Branch campsites, and I came in yesterday along this path from the parking lot. And today I'm going to head up Upper Falls Trail to meet the lower CCC and come down through the Fox Trail so I can go to Crotts Cemetery. Check that out. Then come back on the Jacob Branch Trail back to where I was yesterday for a short while as I finished the High Shoals Falls loop on the bottom here. I did the upper half of the loop. Today I'll do the lower half of the loop. See the falls right there. And then after the falls, I'll finish up that loop and come up here on the Possum Trail all the way to the upper CCC Trail to the Sawtooth Trail. There's another point of interest there. I'm not actually sure what that point of interest is. And we'll check that out. And then head over on the Sawtooth Trail to Little River Trail to where I'll be camping tonight. So that is the plan for the day. We've got 3 sites, the cemetery, the falls, and this. Maybe it's just a great view. I'm not sure. Maybe it's something else. Well, first order of business. This is the creek bed where I was planning to get water this morning. It is dry. There's nothing in that. So I'm going to have to find another source. You may remember yesterday the falls was not having a lot of volume flowing through it. So no volume here. I've reached Crotts Cemetery. This is our first stop for the day on points of interest. There's really only one headstone standing. It's right there. There's a few behind it, so let me walk around and we'll see what we got. Looks like we've got a few headstones here. This one's Eliza Hudson, born in 1864. And then we got May 1832 of her, and 1835, a soldier in the Confederate Army. So it's a pretty nice spot to rest. And this is heading downhill. It's a little hard to tell in the video, but it's somewhat steep. Really got to watch your footing when the leaves are covering up the trail like this. So I'm coming down to what should be water, and when you get near water in the southeast you get rhododendrons, and when you get rhododendrons it's time for pull-ups. Water. Gotta love it. When the wind comes up, the leaves start falling. Here's the top of High Shoals Falls.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
And here we are in kind of the middle of the falls. Hopefully this will be a connector between that middle part and the main falls. And here's the main falls, cascading down a long ways. Comes down here, settles in this nice pool, and then heads on down further on. Here we are at the lower portion of the falls. You can actually see the top right there, a little bright spot. It's starting to peter out as it comes down over these rocks, cascades into this pool, and heads on down the valley behind me. Looks like the person that they were helping down only needs to go this far, and they were able to bring the emergency vehicles in to help them out. A couple of banana chips for dessert, and let's get hiking. Whew, a lot of climbing here on the Possum Trail to begin. It's beautiful. The fire swept through on this one side of the mountain, so it's a lot more clear than usual. And you can sort of tell by the age of these pines here, it looks like it was maybe 5-6 years ago that this fire came through. So I'm walking along the Sawtooth Trail here and realize that I passed the point of interest without taking any pictures or video. I think it was where there was a picnic table and a place to tie up horses. It was basically just a spot with a good view. Sorry I missed that earlier. That was our third point of interest for the day. Now I'm just going to finish up my way to the Little Creek campsites. I'm coming down now from the ridge walking that I've been doing. This looks like a beautiful area. Just filled up my water here. This is actually the only place on the trail that there's been any water on the trail, so I didn't get wet feet, but you do have to step on some rock with about 1/4 inch of water, 1/8 of inch of water. It's a full moon tonight. There's some cloud cover, but the sky is just beautifully lit with these clouds. And the air is cool but comfy. It's just a fabulous evening. Hey y'all, I am done with this 2-day trip in South Mountain State Park. It was a great trip. I had a ninja competition early this morning, so I didn't film anything this morning. I just had to back up in the dark, hike out as it was getting light. Actually, I hiked out when it was all dark. It was getting light as I was putting the things in the car, and then head to my ninja competition. So, thanks all for watching. Hope you have a great one.